This is day 442 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. If you like to spend some coming share or more of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, please contact me directly. Be greatly appreciated. Today we're doing Simon Shin Aleph, which we're going to be in for a while. Dalet through Yud. And of course, we are talking about Hotzah. Dalet. You only chayiv if you take out or throw something the normal way. Avokachiyad, but backhanded, which is not in normal fashion. Potter, you are exempt. Means the rice you are chayiv, Rabbanan answered it. Ketzad, how so? Motzi ben b'yamino ben mismo. So he takes it whether his right hand or his left hand, ben mitocheko, or whether within his literally means within his bosom, but it means here within his cloak inside. Like it says here in a garment which is lying on his chest, or pouches which are sewn into garments, according to keshena, which means pockets. You went out with money, with coins or something else which is wrapped in a kerchief. Chayiv. You're liable because you took out as people normally take out. Somebody takes on his shoulder. Chayiv. He's liable. Even though the shoulder is above 10 fachim, above 10 fachim is a makam p'tur, is the place we know the should be exempt. He's chayiv because that's how they used to carry. The Levim used to carry stuff. See, because they used to carry stuff on the shoulder. So since you are solidly planted on the ground, it's as if you're carrying Yerushalmi even though it's above 10 tefachim. Yerushalmi first Yerushalmi says it explicitly from that which it says. Elazar used to carry certain things on his own. Shemen echad b'yamin, one type of oil is right. Shemen echad, so one type of oil is left. Bakteris b'cheko, chloris in some sort of garment. Chaviti mekatev, and the pancakes. Kangado on his shoulder. Ches avamotzi ki al kalachir. Someone takes something backhand. Ma'ashinir davar kaf yad. He puts something on the back of his hand. Kaf yad I think means the palm. But here it says quite clearly, Shlomat Siparnaim. Votzio. You put something on the back of your hand and took it out like this. Obraglo, you took something out on your leg. Obepiv, or you put it in your mouth. Davar Machal, something which you don't normally eat. Obemarke, Marpeko, you took something in your elbow. Right? As it makes clear here, Ellenbogen, Shekofav Azra, you bent your arm, and you put an object in there and took it out. No, in your ear. No, and the son of and you put an object in your ear, or put it on your ear. Besoro, your hair. You tied the object onto your hair and removed it. Or a pocket which is upside down. Become no fail. Even though it doesn't fall, if you should sar, as the opening to the pocket is narrow. From because of a kisha tover bebigo piakis lamata bein beged bepi bigdo. Said so about a pocket you sewed on your clothing, and the opening of the pocket is upside down between garments. I guess that holds it together so things don't fall out. The opening of his garment. Or in your shoe, or besarol, your sandal, or puzmakos, your sock, potter. Because you didn't take out the normal way. All these are exempt midaraisa, but they're also midrabanan. The Shabbos potter avos, because everything which we say at Shabbos is potter, it's still usher. V'ayim sif tzadik tes. Vav isak marasham. Hamotzi masuya rosho. Somebody takes a load on his head, patur. Rashi shah mashma the taf k'shenu chez maso. It's only if you're not holding the load up on top of your head. Have also be able to be holding up on top of your head. Chayiv, you're liable and sham. Now, because of Hamotzi masuya rosho, Ram writes if you take a load on your head, masui kaveh, if it's a heavy load, called sak malay, such as a full sack or table or a box or migdal, or let's show you take a tower on your It means a cover of some sort. Which he puts on his head with tofes biyado and holds with his hand chayav. He's liable. That's how people take stuff out. It's just like taking something out on your shoulder or with your hand. Look, you took a light object, such as you put a garment or a book or a knife on your head. Let's see, removed it. He's not holding your hand. You're not holding it with your hand. Raise a part to your exemption. Didn't take it out the normal way. Most people do not put light objects on their head. That's like Rashi. He doesn't mean that if even by light load, if you hold it with your hand, you're liable. We contrary to the beginning, the boy Masakavidavko, he specified a heavy load. He's just saying this is the normal derech. The masaka and also the other. When you have a light load in your head, you don't hold it with your hand. The gam kavanas Rashi tzorich l'marken. You have to say Rashi also the way. He says in brackets chibucha magid mishnah ayin shamaduk. Aval tmiyani, but I'm astounded, says the Arukh HaShulchan. He came gam ba'al kseifav, also when it's on his shoulders. Habil chalik ken should distinguish between heavy loads and light loads. You'll do that if I enosim rak mitzakveidah, because we know that on the shoulder you only carry heavy loads. This seems to be the case according to Yishai himself. The Maksha Rabbi Yossi, the Maksha, ask the question. Rabbi Yossi boy, Rabbi Yossi queried, not Toti Grogeres al Ktefo Chayev Ayin Sham. He takes out a Grogeres, the slice of a date on his shoulder. Is he liable? Ulashon Tmiya, said in astonishment. Lady Masha Mishnah Sham Al Ktefo Dumidi Biyado, the Chayev Kol Inyan. Yet in the Mishnah it seems there that on your shoulder you're chayiv, the same you're chayiv in your hand, even for a small amount. B'tzorich ir is not clear. I'm not sure what to do about this. In the brackets he says, "Yitzorich by Yerushalmi beres makshezeh the Mishnah muchad dumya dibiyado." Yerushalmi is indeed asking this, and the Mishnah seems quite clear that it's like your hand, the same shear. Voyin derech masok tan al ktefo. You don't normally carry a light load on your shoulder. But Taretz and that's when we learn. And that answers the Yerushalmi brought before the Afim Me'elazar. The Afim Me'elazar who had carried light stuff on his shoulder. Agam b'teirutz Sham nira the chisaron. There seems something missing the answer there. The Ein gives much because of Rashi Mishnah Shebenu Siv Dalit. It's not the same thing like a Rashi in the Mishnah. V'chasha klau b'sham masha b'kotev. And there it doesn't mention anything on the shoulder. Not sure where. Because Yerushalmi seems to say it. I guess maybe, but it says it here in this context, it doesn't mention the shoulder. Okay, those sources doesn't mention the shoulder. It's here. So it's unclear. Be that as it may. Vav. Many halachos be'otzah. In terms of the uprootings, because you have to do akira in that location, the anocha, the placement, and the various different shuyos, or shus yachid, or shus rabbi. These all things will be clarified much later in Siman Shin Mem Zayin. The kind of right here we're going to think about the measures of hotzah. Rambam Piaram Perikul Ches. The Rambam explains them in Perikul Ches of Shabbos. The Kamei Shur Hotzah and what are the Shurim of Hotzah b'Shabbos. Lav Dafka Hotzah, and of course it's not just Hotzah because Hu Adin Achnasa Va'avara, because that's also true about taking something out. It's just like it's true that something else. It's also true about putting something in. Vavora and taking something before just rabbi, Vazrika and extending, tossing something about Shota and extending something towards another person. But since Hotzah is the Amalacha, it's the primary category. Therefore, they're included in the name of Hotzah. Ava din echad lohem, and they meant to have all the same halacha. Ches, Bizel Shon Rambam Shom. This is what the Rambam says. Amotzi Davar Rishus Yoshus Rabim. So he takes something out from a private domain to public domain, or Rishus Rabim Rishus Yochid, or vice versa. Ein Chayav Shiyotzi Menu Shir Shemoy Klum. He's not Chayav until he takes a shear, a measure of an object which can be serviceable in some way. So these are the measures of Otzah. Amotzi Ochli Odam. Somebody takes out food of a person. Krogeres. It's the amount and size of a date. With Simon said different foodstuffs join with each other. Krogeres mina ochel atzmo. But it's got to be the size of a date of the food itself. Chutzia klipos, besides the peels, vagarin, and the seeds, va'uktzin, and the stems, va'subin, and the bran, va'murson, and I forget what the difference between subin and murson is, but two types of chaff of grain. HaKadosh. Even those peels, which can be eaten with the fruit, like the peels of lentils, and the peels of all fruit, actual fruit, nevertheless, we require something which is significant. Some people eat the bran, right? Because when they're together with the bread, the flour. Shir Chal Mitzdarvin, and they join it for the Shir of Challah. Which level you're there, Simon Chashin Chav Dalar. Become Neves in Shabbos, Ein Mitzdarvin Tam Zeh. In Shabbos, they don't join together with the primary food, the wheat or the barley, because they have to be significant. Lachinami came. And that's also the reason why you actually need a grogeres. So as a because it's not enough to have a kazais like all the measurements of the Torah should be a media because it requires something which is significant. A grogeres kedolim is a size, and a grogeres is bigger than a zayis, and therefore it's significant. All these differences in shurim are all lochla Moshe Sinai. In the brackets, but this is hinted to Bikra in the pasuk Eretz Chito Sorah v'Gomer. That is about the land of wheat and barley, etc. Ute'ena kigogeres motzah Shabbos. It says there a fig is the grogeres, the size of a te'ena. A fig is a grogeres, a large fig. I say date before. I should have said fig. Motzah Shabbos. We're talking about Shabbos Isa B'Reish Erevin. V'Gedolim Mikazayis. It's large gazais can mura b'amatziyat tzayik avamav. Lois brother shir grogeres but tzimtzum. We don't know what the shir of a grogeres is precisely. I thought of Erevin Dibra Maskal Agav. Koseves by Hagasa by Yom Kippur. That's the date. This is grogeres. That's a fake. Sorry about the confusion. Test Or Kosav. It also writes the Rambam Yank de Rov Revius. The wine is the amount of a quarter of a Revius, which is somewhat less than an ounce. If it is wine which is solidified, it's a kazais. Vatam, reason is the time. If you take wine from which you can dilute a cup of for kiddush, shurevius, which is a revius, b'chol yain oselav sholcha kaimayim, and all their wines they diluted with 3 parts water. That's why it's enough to have a quarter of the revius. V'avagav the ain kind of shlosha chalokim mine. This is talking about the wine itself without the 3 parts of water. Nevertheless, can ikar chashivus to a yain, since the primary significance is the wine. A mayin kolon nechshav yain, and water is like naught vis-a-vis the wine. Shabbos bahina mida rak mina chashiva, and on Shabbos, but for a Torah, talking about always something which is significant. That's why it's enough to have the significance of a quarter of revius. Says I'm astonished that the Rambam just writes that as simple. And that's talking about wine in their day when their wine was strong to be diluted that much. But our wine, you can't dilute them that much. That's why the Tana gives a shir and says the amount to mix. So every wine according to the measurement of mixing. Our wine, which you can't do at all, the raisin wine, which is the only wine available in the frozen tundra of Latvia, where the Arukh HaShulchan lived? No, that article is in Belarus. Same idea. So, Tzar Revius, you need a full Revius. The Gemara Shomer Am Nachman, Kosher Bracha Tzar Sheba Rov Revius, and that which Rav Nachman said, a Kosher Bracha requires only a quarter of a Revius of wine. Amar Yeshiv's mind talked about wine in his day. Abraham Ech Basak, Mastama Rov Revius, talking about just right generically, a quarter of a Revius. Sarchin Gadol. That's not a good resolution. Why is the solidified wine the shear of Gazais? They share Revius, because the Revius of liquid wine, when you solidify it, Yama Gazais and produce the Gazais. The Lama Tzarkan Revius Shalem. So why, you might ask, why isn't the shear for coagulated wine, congealed wine, not coagulated, kind of his blood, congealed wine? Why is the shear for congealed wine a full Revius, not a quarter of Revius? Says once it's solidified, you cannot dilute it anymore. Yud Od Kasav. We also wrote Chalabei Matara, milk from a kosher animal, Kedei Gemia, the amount you will swallow. Chol Tamei, the milk of a treif animal, Kedei Chol Ayin Achas, the amount to use as a salve, an ointment on one eye. Chol Isha, the milk of a woman, the love and baits on the white of an egg. Kedei Teim Shifa is enough to put in in one of those dispensers is used to put on cosmetics. I don't remember the English word for it right now. Shemen kedei lasuch etzba ktana shel regel, katzer shel kadem yama. Oil enough to anoint the small toe of a child who's just born. Tal, dew, kedei shuvas kilurin, to wash the to wash the dyes. Maybe it means to dilute the dyes. The kilor and dye kedei l'shuv mayim, to dilute in water. Mayim kedei l'chotz penei meducha, water in order to rinse the face of a mortar. I think it's a pestle actually. Dvash ne'etina rosh hakosis, honey to put on the top of a bandage. Dam mishar kol mashkim, kol shofchim, blood and all other beverages and all sewage water. The Revius, she is Revius at Kalashana. It says the Shir Chov Tmeya in the bracket says here he be Usham Misham, that comes to Usham. The Shir Kedei Gemia Lonis Paresh, the amount of Kedei Gemia of swallowing, it's never been explained. Yesh Mishum Malon Lukma, somebody will say that it's Malon Lukma like the Shir for Kiddush, Chikvo. Below Mashma Kain, Below Mashma Yuma doesn't sound like from Yuma, but it is more than the date, the fig. That's in Tosis. Water to rinse the pestle. The pestle, you know, when you pound into the mortar. According to Mishnah, since go against the Mishnah, water to rub with them the dye. That's water of dew. But generic water, it's to wash the pestle, the face of the pestle. Shami says that it's ladiach, to rinse, not to wash. That means the same thing. But I've gotten the shashla mashmakein, even though from our shas doesn't see that way. Omer sham mayim shisiyasu shchicha, water you normally drink, you don't use for dyes. That's true about generic water. Arukh HaShulchan, Rambam is not concerned that came to Yerushalmi and before came Shashlono and before Kol Kach. So the Rambam doesn't bring down things which are not so explicit, and evidently in the Bible it's not so explicit. In brackets it says, "L'fi Yerushalmi Adam Shmuel Sham Kol Shakyana Masu Umatalo," that which all beverages are healing. Tala means create shade. That creates a scab on the eye. The vitamin maya, except for water. Zeo amayim shel tal. That's water of tal, which is evidently less significant than regular water.